It is time for SME on Wake Up Nigeria this morning, and for that we have Adeola Sanusi, the Managing Director of XLHomes Group, a leading prop tech company committed to transforming the real estate landscape across Africa. With a forward-thinking vision and deep industry insight, Adeola brings a wealth of experience to the firm, and it's such a pleasure indeed to have him in the studio with us. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, prop tech. For those who are hearing that word for the first time, what is it?
So I think that essentially means integrating real estate and technology, you understand? So I feel like we are all evolving and we need to definitely look for ways to integrate technology into the real estate market. So we're already transitioning from the normal traditional ways of selling. You understand? So there was a point in time where if you wanted to sell a piece of a property, you needed to traditionally advertise to people, right? But now we're getting to that point in time where from anywhere in the world you can actually sell your property. You understand? So we have a couple of solutions at XLHomes Realty, and that's why we identify as a prop tech.
As prop tech. So let's dive deeper into the prop tech. Okay. Because there are so many angles to properties and sales. Most people just look at the old, I sell land, I sell house, all that, but it's actually way broader than that.
Exactly.
So how does prop tech provide support for people, especially those looking to buy and sell properties?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So what we are trying to do is to solve a problem with tech, you understand, in the property business. And one of the major problems we've seen over time is transparency. So we see that a lot of real estate companies are oversubscribed on their properties. So we see that there's a lot of there's a lot of manipulation in that space. So you don't know that the developer has sold a 10-acre property to more than the people that it should sell to. So what we are now doing, we're working on an infrastructure such that as you pay for your piece of land, you can see your allocation via our platform. So you can see your plot via our platform. That's essentially what we're working on. So and we are also operating in the land space and in the housing space.
Because I was going to ask,
do
you work just with land or with houses as well?
Yeah, so we actually started with land banking. We have a couple of projects in Ekwe Axis actually. But
finished houses as well?
No, in Ekwe that land.
Just land.
Land projects. So we have about 4 estates there. Then concerning the housing, we just started a move on the mainland. So we saw that there's a gap there in the sense that there are a lot of properties that are not up to standard on the mainland. So nobody really sees mainland properties as luxury as compared to the island counterparts, you understand? So we see that there's a gap there, and that's why we now decided, okay, let's start building luxury properties on the mainland that are suitable for investment, be it short-let, and also suitable for family as well, functional as well. So we started with our first project in Surulere. It's called Perescott.
Nice.
So this project is basically for investors that are looking to buy a property that will yield high returns on investment. And the supply and demand, the dynamics actually favors on the mainland, because if you say you need 500 listings, short-let listings on the island right now, you get, but you most likely will not get on the mainland.
On the mainland.
And if you even get, they are not going to be standard. So that's where Perescott comes in, and it's going to be a series of projects. So where technology now comes in there is our clients are buying into Perescott, using it for short-let from anywhere in the world, because most of our clients are diasporans. So from anywhere in the world, you can monitor the occupancy of your apartment. You can check what how much your investment is worth, because the price of your property is definitely appreciating. That's capital appreciation for you. So you can check a number of things concerning anywhere in the world on the
So there's something some people do. They use a particular property to buy and invest, in the sense that, say for example, I have a plot of land. I want to sell it for, I know it's hard to find land for like 10 million, but let me be conservative with this. Now, I have a plot of land for 10 million naira.
It's possible to get land for 10 million.
So now that 10 million naira, I decided, okay, I want to buy a house for 4 million naira from that 10 million naira. You did not say that it's possible for that one. You're quiet.
No, let me just.
That's what I was saying. That I'm trying to describe something.
I'm impatient with you.
So you buy a house for 4 million naira out of that, and I also want you to buy me another land elsewhere, maybe not as expensive or in such an urban area. So I want you to buy me a plot of land that is probably worth about 3 million naira, and then I would then take the remaining 3 million naira for personal uses, maybe to refurbish things or you know, fix up the house I bought and all. Do you do that? So
does that mean you want to collateralize your first land investment, your 10 million naira?
No, you won't. Oh, so that is possible as well.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but you're not looking at it for a loan. But let me know how this collateralizing works.
Yeah, because if you have a piece of land that worth 10 million, it has good title, you can actually walk into the bank and get a loan and use that as a collateral. You understand? Then with that, you can fund your new real estate purchase. You understand? Service your debt. The moment you're done servicing your debt, then you're free on both ends.
Oh,
you understand?
That wasn't what I was even looking at. Okay. Yeah, it's just a case of buying to invest and buy something else. So say, for example, I inherit something. Okay. Let's say I inherit a plot of land that by the time I value it is worth, say, that 10 million naira. And I'm like, I don't even have the money to build it. So, you know what, let me go somewhere cheaper, buy land of 3 million, buy a house of 4 million, pocket 3 million, but I still have, then that land, I've sold it.
Yeah, that means you have to liquidate that investment.
Yes,
before.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
you help people to get suitable properties as well.
Sure.
Okay.
And the alternative in this case now could be, if you have a piece of land, you can actually partner with a developer. Okay. So that's called joint venture. It's called JV.
Yes.
So it's very popular, either mainland or island. You understand?
Do you do that?
Yeah, like our Periscott project is actually a JV. Okay. So I had a friend that just told me, oh, I have a piece of land somewhere. I'm looking for someone to develop. And oh, yeah, I was born to do that. So, and that's how Periscott actually started. So you can have a piece of land and you have someone that is willing to develop on it. So let's say the piece of land is 10 million, as you said. The cost of development could be like 15 or 20 million. Okay. So you both are going to come into an agreement that, okay, if you're building 10 units of apartment here, the developer is going to be owning like, say, 6 units, while you, the landowner, will own like 4 units. Okay. And from there, the value of the 4 units could be as high as 30 million. Okay. You made 3x on your investment. However, the land still belongs to the landowner. Yeah, but at the same time. So how do you handle that? Is it a case of, okay, the developer owns it for a number of years? No. It's not a lease. So in this case now, there is a joint venture agreement that states that you, the landowner, have given the property out to the developer to develop. Okay. You understand? You both are now co-owners. Of the land? Of the land. Okay. Because he has also done something on the land. He has built on the land. You understand? So you cannot just claim the ownership of the land anymore. You understand? So what happens in this case now is you own some units while the developer owns some units. Okay. If you decide to sell your unit, you've already relinquished your ownership in total. Okay. So you imagine the 4 units I was talking about, and your 4 units worth a total of 30 million. Your land worth 10 million. Okay. You've made 30 million. With that 30 million, you can decide, okay, let me go buy a piece of land somewhere else and replicate the same thing. Because as a landowner, you literally don't need to think about how to build on the land. Yeah. You don't need to think about how to get customers or anything. But someone like you knows the value of the land. Yeah, I'm the one that do all that. I'm going through all the stress right now. Yeah, right. So my landowner is just there chilling, and the moment I'm done developing, as I'm even selling, he's getting his own, You understand my point? Yeah. The land is in Surulere. He bought the land for less than 70 million. Okay. And the total amount you'll be making should be around 150. 150. Minimum. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's making good money. It's making good money. So I guess this is the way to go. Double your money. Exactly. Honestly. So if you have a piece of land, you can, go into JV and make the most developer of it. And make. Okay. It's been quite interesting. I have a number of questions to ask you because when it comes to homes and landed properties and all, I've been interested in that for a very long time. I think you can do it. Yeah, it's something that has always been in my radar, but I'm not really like a silent partner. Got into it. But then it's a pleasure to have you in the studio with us. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much. Okay, at this point, we'll take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us. We'll be right back.